This isn't life!
Right. What is this? Week 7? Something like that.
Yeah.
I was all blurs into one.
How you been, boys? All right?
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah,
I
not bad.
played
Can't
a gig.
complain.
Played a gig on Saturday, didn't I? Played a show.
Oh,
Yes,
yes.
how was the show?
Will, how did your gig go?
Camden Rocks Festival. Done it. Yeah, it's good, man. We had some mosh pits. Big mosh pits.
Nice.
Oh,
I got in 'em.
Lovely.
You got in them? You're supposed to be singing, mate.
Yeah, mate. In the breakdowns and stuff, I was like, nah, I'm going in. I'm going in.
Lovely. I love that.
Yeah, it was good. It was really good. Long day though. Long day. 'Cause it starts at we had to get up there for like 11 o'clock up to Camden to do sound check because they were only sound checking the last 2 bands that played, which was us and another band. And so like the rest of the day up until past 11 o'clock, like we weren't on until past 11 o'clock in the evening. So it's just the whole day up Camden just pissing around.
So just 12 hours a day of sound checking.
No, we've done sound checks. It only takes like half hour or so. But the rest of the
Yeah,
time,
it's not full.
yeah, no, the
That's
rest of the
the
time it's just we're just waiting to play basically because other bands going on. It's like a whole day festival.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it was a festival.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's a weird festival. It's one of those ones. It's like a festival, but it's in different venues. So all the way down Camden High Street.
Oh, sweet.
So
Okay,
Yeah,
I
it's
missed
good.
that actually.
It's
Sorry,
good.
Will.
that's right, mate. We've got another one coming up. We're organising it in May. It's at Assembly in Camden.
I'll
heard
definitely
of
be at that one.
It used to be called Barfly apparently. So that's
Oh.
we've been asked to play there. But yeah, we went during the day when we were just just pissing about. If we had time to kill, we went to Blues Kitchen. You ever been there?
No.
Oh, I've
never
heard
Oh,
good
been
things
there.
actually. I've heard really good things.
Oh, fucking lovely in there. Absolutely lovely. It's like dimly lit, like one of those old. You can sit by like the tables are like barrels.
Oh,
Like
sick.
the old sort of 1920s kind of moonshine era bars, the blues kind of stuff.
Oh,
It was really
nice.
nice.
And what is it? A restaurant? It's a restaurant, right?
Yeah, it's like a restaurant in the front, bar, and then like at the back because we couldn't actually sit at the tables; it was too busy. So there's just some room at the back we could sit at, just for like sort of like tapas and bar food. But they had like a full, pretty much a full menu, I'd say. We had a smash burger. It was lovely down there.
Oh,
God,
I
you
see.
love a smash burger, didn't you? The
Oh,
last
yeah.
episode, all you was talking about smash burgers as well.
Oh, mate,
know,
honestly.
does she only come out at night and does she eat smash burgers?
What?
Well, that's like these. If everyone
Oh,
just goes
yeah.
to check out the YouTube shorts, you will see why the lady only comes out at night.
This isn't live. Previous episodes, thank you very much.
But you're talking about your smash burgers back on there, mate.
I know. Well, they are good. They are good.
In Burger Mad.
Burger Mad, yeah. Just love it. Love
You've
a
got
bit
the
of beef,
Burger
mate.
Madness.
But guys, while we were there, I won't mention any names, but possibly the funniest story I've ever heard was told. A friend of a friend was there to come and see us, support us, watch us play, and all this. And he was telling us about he had a Tinder date. And he was getting on really well with this Tinder date, talking to her all the time. He was going, "She's like a 10. She's unbelievable. This is crazy. Like, you can't be real." He was saying, "You can't be real." So, it keeps going. He's chatting to her. They're getting along really well. So they decide to obviously take to the next step and meet in a bar. He gets there. Oh, yeah, she's lovely. She's fucking like blonde, blue eyes, sort of like Swedish looking kind of girl. And it's getting a little bit hot. She's like touching his legs and all this at the table. And then she goes, "Do you want to go back to yours?" He was like, "Yeah." And then he obviously starts to. It gets a bit hot under the collar. Starts hotting up in the bedroom. He puts his hand down there. I think he finds a little bit more than he's bargained for.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. He's captaining the boys downstairs. There's a
Now,
fella.
Do you know what? Funny you should say that because we've just had this discussion at work. Now, I don't want to go too far into it, but essentially the discussion was if you pulled a girl, so exactly this is so strange that you should just another reason why we live in a simulation, because we've just had this exact conversation. So if there was a girl who looked like, let's say for example Megan Fox or Margot Robbie, and you was to take her back, you've obviously got no way of knowing previously that this was a man.
Yeah.
Now everything's in the right place. It's absolutely like stunning. Now you go through with it, but then you find out later that a year ago it was a man. Now, do you just carry on your normal life like I said I would? Like, it wouldn't really faze me, to be honest, because one, you weren't to know, and secondly, everything's in the right place. Or do you spend the rest of your life like in shame, essentially?
No, I'd be like, oh well, I've done that now.
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, it's 2023, and I think that people aren't going to care anymore as much as unless it's the people that are not underdeveloped but not as up with the times.
Just more traditional outlook.
They're the people that are going to sit there and have a problem with it.
Yeah, they'd be beating themselves up.
Yeah, I agree.
But with this fella, he apparently got there, because obviously he was going to try and he wasn't just going to go in dry. He was going to get it warmed up a little bit, but he found this down there. He found a little bit more than he was bargaining for, and he went.
What did he do?
He went. He went right. I'm here now. What do I do? And he went for it. He went through with it.
Fair play to him.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
I thought fair play, and I think I probably would as well.
Hold on.
To be honest,
I know we don't want to get. This is not that kind of show, but when you say he went with it, now. I have a lot of questions, but I feel I understand that, but
go on, mate. Just say
I'm not going to go into it. I'm not going to go into it because that is a rabbit hole that I don't want to go down or don't need to go down on this show. So that is something.
Maybe it's a different type of hole.
Yes.
I think we should explore this, mate. To be honest, I'll tell you one more thing. He said the only disheartening bit, because he doesn't consider himself a gay fella, but this was like a 1 in a million sort of thing. He said the only disheartening bit was when he was sort of going in and his balls was hitting their balls. It's a bit uncomfortable for him. I suppose it would be, wouldn't it? It would put you off. You're right in the zone. You just hear this little.
Okay, I think it's time for today's story.
Yeah, go on, Will. Hit us off.
Right. Well, it's as simple as this, really. On the topic of sexual deviance, maybe not deviance, but this fella certainly is. Bus driver performs oral sex on moaning woman who he covered in his high-vis work jacket.
Was she moaning about the timetable being wrong and he was late? Or was she moaning because he was doing the oral?
He just put, she was just moaning at him, going, bloody buses are always late. He just took his jacket off and popped it over like a coat hook. Also,
the way you've read that, is he calling his semen his high-vis work jacket because you said he covered her in his high-vis work jacket?
Well, let's see. A married bus driver who was caught performing a sex act on a passenger in front of horrified commuters tries to sue transport bosses for sacking him over the incident. So it was a sexual act.
Can you imagine though, like going back to if she was moaning, like, what do I pay for my taxis? I've got my bus pass. Like she's like 65,
Yeah, what sort of people go on buses?
And he's just having a wank, and he goes, "Oh, fuck off," and puts his eye-vis on her head.
Yeah, they're driving. He just gets out of the driver's seat, just cotches them somewhere else. You fucking drive it then.
Can you not see I'm busy here? For sake?
Yeah. I watched a bit from remember Derek? Kev from Derek. That's what I imagine his fella's like.
Yeah, definitely.
He's talking talking to what's the nurse's name? He's got like a thing in the show. He's got a thing for the nurse, isn't he?
Yeah.
I can't remember her name.
Oh yeah, what is her name? Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And he's going, what did he say? He was like, why don't you just wank me off then? What would you rather do? Would you rather, he's going, you put your hand down toilets, clean out shit all the time. What's wanking me off? 5 knuckle shuffle.
You sound exactly like him as well, which is why it's really making me laugh.
No. It's like bloody Tiananmen Square. Have you seen the one where they meet his brother? It's Joe Wilkinson plays his brother.
Yeah, that was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got any You still having problems with your ass? Yeah. My ass has no latch, no feeling down there. You've landed on your feet, ain't you, boy? Ain't you, boy?
How funny is it when someone calls someone boy? It's so patronising.
I don't know.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Go on, boy, get my mints.
But you do it.
Go on, boy.
You do it to your brother, will you? You just go, you ask him to get his boy.
Suit that for me, boy. You coming on, boy?
It's like
coming online, boy.
It's like the hitcher in Mighty Boosh. He says boy, doesn't he, all the time?
Yeah.
Look at that, my thumb, do you, boy? It's just one of those sorts of characters, isn't it?
Yeah, he's like such
Sign
a
of the twine.
You marvelling at my thumb, boy.
Yeah. Well, boy. Right.
Sorry.
So that's the picture we've got in mind of this fella. He looks like Kev from Derek.
Oh, excellent.
One of the greatest characters on TV.
Yeah, absolutely.
A bus driver has been ordered to pay his ex-employer £7,500 after he was caught carrying out a sex act on a passenger in the backseat of a vehicle.
So he's not really done anything illegal. He's see, the way I see him paying a fine is like a speeding ticket, isn't it? It's not illegal. It's just a paid for law. You know, he's been
sacked for it.
It's public indecency, isn't it?
Yeah,
but he's not been arrested. He's not had any conviction.
No.
He's just simply been fined.
Yeah, but I mean,
they caught him on CCTV. I think it was.
I mean, let's be real. I've never been a bus driver. I've got no ambitions to be a bus driver. But surely, somewhere in the rule book of the first buses that we have around here is not to f*** passengers.
Yeah, I know.
Well, you say
that. It's an
that.
interesting experience, though, isn't it?
Well, no, because they meet so many people all the time. So what's to say that if a lady and a man, or a man and a lady, are standing and getting the same bus every single day, then what's to say that the bus driver isn't going to meet that person more than once? It's like going to the pub meeting a bar lady, is it not?
Yeah, but Alex, I know loads of bar ladies, but I don't f*** them all in public.
Also, it's a different environment, isn't it? Because usually barmaids and that, they're not driving. They don't often drive when they're on their shift.
Yeah, that's true.
Mad boy.
Unless they're on a boat or something. Yeah. You're talking bollocks, boy.
Yeah, fair play.
Cool, you banged that barmaid, did you, boy?
Get in there, did you, boy? Hanging out the back of her, wee boy.
It's such a workroom thing to say.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Boy. Oh.
Give her one from me, boy. Yeah.
You're uprooting, boy.
You better be at work tomorrow, boy.
Get your leg over, did you, son?
You'll have a sore knob tomorrow, boy.
Well, hold on.
Next bit.
Can I ask a question before you?
Oh, go on, yeah.
Before you continue, Will.
Please do.
Was the bus active? Was it an active bus?
Well, he didn't join in.
So.
No.
Yeah, he got his mate to drive it for him. No, I don't know. I don't think it was. I think they pulled up somewhere.
Okay.
So they essentially went dogging in a bus.
Yeah, pretty much. I wonder if they left the lights on.
Yeah, bussing.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
So, the driver, who was married at the time of the incident, makes it even worse, obviously, performed oral sex on a woman he met on the bus and even used his Transport for London work jacket to cover her while the pair got busy on the top deck.
At least he covered her.
February 2020.
No. I mean, that's actually
quite
sweet. That's quite sweet.
Maybe she was ugly and just...
Yeah, I don't want to look at you. I don't want to look at you.
An absolute belter.
Put his bag on. Put his bag on, take your knickers off.
Bag on, knickers off.
Take your knickers off, boy.
Yeah. Drop him and bag him.
So this is where we find out the question you were asking. Although the driver wasn't working at the time, the shocking events took place alongside his regular route in front of other passengers, apparently, prompting unhappy travel bosses to give him the boot.
So what?
Blimey.
So
He's
he was
pulled
on
up-
shift.
Yes, he's pulled up a bus full of people.
I don't
and
know.
just...
He wasn't driving at the time. Sorry, the driver wasn't working at the time, but so he just pitched up on a bus.
Oh, do you
on
mean
his
like
route
passengers
in
maybe
front
from
of other
another
passengers.
bus?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you know what? These
I'll
stories...
tell you
Honestly,
what's
how-
happened
Do you know
here.
what?
I'll tell you
Do know
what's
what?
going on.
Alex, as good as these stories are, don't you think that they always have like a bit of crucial information missing?
Yeah.
Of course
definitely.
they do. Of course. It's
Yeah.
for us to fill in the blanks. And I'll tell you what's happened here. All right, this is me filling in the blanks here. He has finished his shift and he's going home, so he's riding the bus home. Hence the TFL gear that he's wearing and that he can cover her with.
Yep.
He's done that and he's met a woman on the bus that he may know from the past of his route. You know, maybe she gets the same bus or whatever.
Yeah, he's routed her before.
Yeah. So then he proceeds, you know, to chat her up a bit. Maybe he's been working on this for a good couple of weeks. You know, maybe he's put in the graft.
Maybe she likes the TFL vest.
Yeah, or
It's
maybe
powerful,
she
isn't it?
might like.
He likes the power.
Yeah, she might like the free bus rides. You never know. But they're going somewhere. They're sitting next to each other. Things got a bit hot and heavy in conversation, and they've gone, "Let's go upstairs and have a bunk up." You know, you never know, do you?
No one's up there. Let's have a go.
I reckon that's what's happened.
Maybe,
Will,
mate. Maybe.
Enlighten us.
Right. Well, the driver, identified as L in the court documents, admitted to engaging in the Public Sect Act, but also claimed he was drugged and sexually assaulted by the woman's husband when he went to their house later that evening. So he's popped that in the mix.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it sounds bad for him, but I'll read on. So he also launched an unfair dismissal claim against his former employer and sued the company for race and marriage discrimination.
Oh.
Sounds like he's trying to, I don't know, he's clinging on to strings here.
Can I ask what race has got to do with it?
I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know.
Is there a picture of said gentleman?
There's no. There's no
I
picture of the
I
fella.
feel like that may be clutching at straws a little bit.
Yeah, mate, definitely. Yeah. He said, but the disgruntled employee's story was dismissed by a judge during a hearing at Croydon Employment Tribunal, and he was ultimately ordered to pay the firm's legal costs, amounting to an eye-watering £7,500.
Oh, that's not great.
No, so that's what you pay for a bit of clunge these days.
He might as well have just, you know, found a lady of the night.
You might as well, yeah.
Yeah,
you might as well.
absolutely.
Probably would have been cheaper.
Oh, yeah.
Employment judge Gary said, "What?"
Alex said it would have been cheaper.
Hey?
I mean, like, me, it's £7,000. You'd think so.
Well, yeah.
He's one of these real high-class
Jesus
escorts.
Christ.
They make dinner for you afterwards.
They tell you they love you.
And give you a fiver for cab money on the way home in the morning.
Right, this next bit. Employment judge Gary Self said that said in the ruling, the claimant, the driver, pursued a case which was genuinely hopeless and which could not reasonably be expected to win. So yeah, he's just trying to clutch in at straws, like you say.
Sorry, go ahead.
We find that the claimant sought to avoid the scrutiny of his activities by trying to put the blame on others, saying he had been drugged.
What?
So, yeah, I know. That's
Yeah.
pretty long shot, isn't it?
Is there much left to this story? Because I think I've come up with my verdict.
There's a little bit left to read. There's a couple paragraphs. I don't know. This is where it sort of gets into it. So here's some eyewitness testimony. The driver's questionable dalliance was brought to light after an anonymous member of the public made a complaint to the unnamed bus company shortly after the incident, claiming a man and a woman were at the back, and the woman was moaning and raising her voice. He was also caught on CCTV with his arm around the woman as they went upstairs. They could be seen kissing with his hand down her leggings. Guy's got no shame.
So maybe I might have unearthed something here. So do you reckon he'd finished his shift? He's got on another bus home, but
that's what Alex is saying. Yeah, with his jacket
Alex,
on. He's
that
just,
must be.
He's not actually working.
That 100% has to be the case.
I
mean, that just confirms that we're all in agreement here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, sort of, I suppose. I'll keep reading. When asked by depot managers about the incident 2 months later, he said, "Oh, I knew this would come back and bite me. I thought the CCTV would have been deleted by now."
Now, surely, if you've done something like that, right, you must know the people. Well, you'd hope so. If you're a bit of a diva, and he's obviously a bit of a boy, or he's obviously a bit of like whatever you.
Yeah, he gets what he can.
I don't know how to describe it really, but but I mean, if you think that you would know if you're going to do that or something, or you would at least try and find out who the person is, one of your colleagues who deals with the security footage, and try and get them to delete it. Surely.
Yeah. It could have easily been avoided, really.
Yeah,
but it's a spare of the moment thing, isn't it? You don't think, who's going to delete the CCTV? You think, well,
after you do everything you could to try, or you go in the next day and go to your mate, you don't know who, boy, you don't know who runs the CCTV, the old operation over at the TFL, and someone would know, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I suppose they would, but then maybe it's the boss.
Well, then you are.
Maybe it goes elsewhere. Maybe it goes. Just have to wait for it. I guess there is someone actually going through that shit as well. It's a bit scary, isn't it?
It is a bit.
I thought they just had it on for show.
No, I think they actually do.
Had it on for show.
Well, yeah, they don't need to look at all of it, do they? It's just,
but what they've done is someone's complained.
I suppose they have been.
They've gone and looked.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, that's it.
That's true.
That's probably what they do, isn't it?
They've only complained for a bit of compensation. Let's be honest. They want a free bus ride for a year, and they've ruined this geezer's whole life.
Yeah, did it all for the. He risked it all though, didn't he?
Did it all for the nookie?
Yeah,
he did.
In the words.
Do you know what, boys? After 7 weeks of doing this podcast, I have to say I've come to learn that I have a very low opinion of the human race.
It's not and it wasn't that big to start with, I'll be honest.
No, it was definitely not.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how much further it could have sunk, to be honest. But this is the worst bit. So after the CCTV bit, it was also found that the driver had been looking at his phone while driving and had damaged the wing mirror by hitting a tree.
Oh, what a monster!
This guy is off the train.
Mate, he don't be He's a lost.
So he was driving then.
Let's be honest.
Well, that apparently he was
so
there
confused.
when he hit a tree. Elle said he had been scrolling through pictures on his mobile to show an angry passenger photos of his children, but this excuse was rejected by the panel. What a load of bollocks!
What is going on here?
I think at least this second half of the story, all happened in at the same time. He's driving. There's an angry passenger. It's like, he's driving as an angry passenger, and and then he crashes into a tree.
That's actually the maddest.
All this shit
ever.
just happens in. Yeah, I know.
Crashes into a tree and goes, right, who's up for it then?
Do you know what? Do you know what?
Oh, I hope they don't find us on the CCTV.
You know what? As I'm sitting on this bus here, I can just imagine me smashing the stop button and going, do you know what? I'm actually getting off here. I'm nowhere near my destination.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
Absolutely f***ed.
People are flying around.
Yeah. Just pure commotion.
That's weird.
After his shift finished, the driver went to the pub with a female passenger before returning to the bus. Oh, he returned to the bus and then engaged in sexual
So he
acts.
parked the bus up?
Okay.
So he must have been, and then came back like he'd forgotten where he lives.
He's parked a double-decker bus outside the boozer, popped in for a pint with his bird. What an absolute boy, that.
Okay.
You've got about 4 spaces in there.
Mate,
I need to pull this
I've
big
changed
bus
my
up.
whole opinion of this guy. If you rock up in a double-decker bus with your work clothes, it's helium, with a bird on your arm, grab a couple of pints, then get back on the bus and route it. I mean, I'm sorry. That's the stuff of dreams, isn't it?
He's driving there. Goes, "Here, girl, watch this." Just sort of puts it round. Sticks the back out. Drives right into the car park.
Drifts it round.
Doing donuts.
Girl, you don't fancy a couple down your cat and fiddle, do you?
The old cat and fiddle. Cat and fiddle. Yeah. Spoon jumps over the moon.
You know, what a lad.
Look, I want to try and piece this together for my own sanity. So he's been on the day job. He's been going on his phone, and a customer's come up there and gone, "Oi, get off your phone. You know, I've paid my taxes. I'm 65 years old. I've got this bus pass. I want to get home and get to the place I want to be safely. I just
want to get to bingo.
You know, yeah, just trying to get to bingo. I'm just trying to get there, dearie." That's what she's doing, right? Please get off your phone. Right?
Oh, I'm panicking.
Yeah. So she's done that. She needs that, and then she's gone up. She's gone like, "Just get off your phone. Just get off it." And he's going, "No, look, I'm looking at pictures of my kids." He's shown her as he's done that. He's going, "Oh, shit!" And he's hit a tree, right? Yeah. He's hit the tree and gone, "Oh, bloody hell! Oh, right. Everyone's all right. Everyone, pub, sugar pub."
The girl he done stuff with was on the bus. Thought, I like a bit of a bad boy. Let's go for a drink.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the adrenaline's got to him from hitting the tree. So he's like, "You love, go pub. Come on, let's go pub." So, he's drifted it into the car park, isn't he? And then
he felt like Bruce Willis at the end of Die Hard. That's what he felt like. Yeah. He could tell he was you know,
Die Hard.
Yeah,
he was a proper hero. Yeah, Bruce Willis.
Oh, I'm thinking of Speed with Keanu Reeves.
Oh, that's a better one, actually, yeah.
There's a bomb on this bus. Don't go below 50.
That's what was Sean Connery in it as well, Alex?
Maybe.
I was just thinking that, you know, maybe he was sitting there on his phone because he thought it was a bit of a busman's holiday. You could cut that one out if you want, mate. I know that was bad. I've just been waiting to get that one in.
That's a good one.
So he's gone to the boozer. He's come back. He's routed this bird that he's gone with, and they've seen it on the CCTV. All of it, the whole pretty shenanigans.
Much. Yeah, I guess so. Engaged in sexual acts after the pub.
And is that all to the Yorkshireman that drives for Travel for London?
Yeah, I mean, it was a very one-sided case. That's all I can say. It just goes into the what happened inside the courtroom, and they're basically like, they said, we have absolutely no hesitation in concluding that this was a fair dismissal, and the claim of unfair dismissal is rejected.
Yeah, he was clutching at straws there massively.
Tough bus route or paper round, however you want to look at it. Yeah.
He's had a bit of a mare, isn't he? Really, but I think he's brought it on himself.
I just want to know how the high-vis sort of come into play. Like, what was he how was he covering up? Like, what bit was he covering up? Because I'm imagining he was covering her up while he was doing her, or while he was doing stuff.
I reckon it for a comedic effect. He's put it on her face.
Just put a tea cozy over her head or something.
Yeah, he's put it on he's put it over her face. But I think for the gentleman, this man clearly is, because he's taken her up for, he's taken her to a pub, probably a spoons. He's probably gone to spoons with her. He's taken her for a steak meal, right? Yeah,
good steak meal.
Yeah, he's done that. So I reckon he's put it over like a bed sheet. What you do, you put it over your own back, and it's covering both of them.
Oh, really? But it can't be that big.
No, his arse would be hanging out, and he'd have a bit of a breeze. But let's be honest,
up the old cloaca.
Yeah. Well, as it goes past, all you hear is
yeah.
And it's like the hairs on his arse are just like blades of grass in the wind. Yeah. Are we ready for a decision?
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to hear what you guys are saying, actually.
Josh, why don't you go first?
Okay,
mate?
thank you very much. I am going to say, with all the information, see, I'm so conflicted because, like you said before, we read these week after week, and my mind never stops boggling at how fucked it all is. But also, the way the state of the world is, I do think that. Am I right in saying the majority of them have been live?
Yeah, I'd
So
say
this
Yeah,
is
I
what I'm
think
saying.
they
So
have been live,
I
yeah.
think actually this is probably not the weirdest one we've had. I'm gonna shake the foundation to its very core
Apple
and
tree.
say that this is life, actually. Although the
okay.
pub thing makes me think that it's not. There's no way he's parked up. There's no way he's parked up a bus. But then again, if we're going on the presumption that he is only riding the bus with this lady and not driving it, then he could have got off the bus near the pub and then walked, and maybe the bus garage is around the corner. So yeah, no, I'm going to stick with This Is Life. I'm sticking with This Is Life.
Yeah. There's just a lot of questions left unanswered.
So
I think.
many.
Alex, what do you think, man?
Well, for me, I think that the same as Josh. I think that there are some elements to this story that where we haven't got the full spectrum of what's actually occurred and dates and stuff like that and timings. For me, I think that yes, a lot of this is true. Hence, he wouldn't be in court. But I think there are bits here that have been added for effect. And it seems very confusing the way it's laid out. And do you know what? Yes, this gentleman has been arrested for performing what he's performed on this woman in a bus. Is the rest of it true? No, I don't think it is. I don't think that is true. And on that basis, I'm going to say that this isn't life.
Yeah. Both very convincing arguments, to be honest. I mean, the thing that, like you say, it's got elements of a fair amount of detail, like when it says how much he's got to pay, and even the judge's name. I think the judge's name is referenced somewhere. Sure it was, maybe not. Either way. Yeah, I think they have referenced it. But the weird, I think the weirdest, Judge Gary Self. The weirdest thing.
Fuck's sake.
There's the weirdest thing is probably that for me. What has the Hiveys got to do with it?
Yeah.
I just don't.
I think
don't
he tried to
understand
save
what
his and her dignity a
what he
little
means
bit.
by.
I think they're just trying to make him not an absolute total
Maybe, yeah.
monster. They have tried to make him. He's got a bit of something about him.
Yeah. But this, yeah, he wasn't wrapping it around her head or anything. But but at the same time, it's like this is not the weirdest thing we've.
This is what I'm saying.
We've encountered. But there isn't any pictures of the fella, which we have tend to see. It's just stock photos and stuff. Blimey, what am I going to say?
No pressure.
What am I going to say? I don't know. I might. I'm siding with this isn't life,
fair enough.
to be honest.
Absolutely, I understand your reasoning.
Yeah, I think you know. There's always that chink in the armor. Like that silly thing that they've missed off. Like I was looking to hear more about what he'd done with the Hiveys, which I know is almost irrelevant, but it's because they used it in the headline, and then they've only referred to it
I
twice.
understand that.
Bit of a pain, really. Yeah. So this isn't life, I'd say.
Well,
yeah.
There you go. It's a split decision there, then.
Yeah, 2-1 to not.
I'm glad that.
Sorry.
In a weird way, I'm glad that you guys won. To be honest.
Is your faith in humanity a bit?
No, absolutely
restored?
Not.
No.
But I mean, like, just.
What would you do?
What?
What would you do? If there was like an absolute 10 out of 10?
You are asking the wrong person because 100% yes.
You would do that. You'd be like, this is definitely worth my job.
Absolute. Oh no, not if I was going to get sacked. No, probably not. If I was going
7,500.
Yeah. So you're essentially losing in a I don't know how much a bus driver makes, but let's say it's a rough estimate. You're effectively losing 25 grand in a year plus your 7 grand.
Yeah, not to lose my job. No.
Well,
It would be a good story, though, wouldn't it?
It would.
Yeah.
It would.
Be a
But no,
banging story.
not to lose my job.
I think I would just I'd just be a bit more careful.
Yeah, or go back to your houses.
Yeah, or just don't get caught, so you don't get.
Yeah, maybe he wasn't careful enough, and now he's got little bus drivers running around everywhere.
Beep beep.
Yeah, they've all got his big jacket on.
What were you going to say then?
Yeah.
He's got his big knob.
Make sure you take your overs to school, lads.
How you doing there, boys? Shagging emails to school today, did you, boy?
Do you wrap your overs round her head, did you, son?
You should check out those buses, boy. Lovely girls on
you
there.
wouldn't believe the scrumpet you get on them buses, boy.
Scrump. Concaving.
All right, boys. Well, that was a brilliant story, Will.
Cheers.
And I believe you're on for next week as well, aren't you not?
Is it me? Is it me again?
Oh,
I believe so.
Oh, well, okay. Well, got my work cut out, haven't I?
Yeah. Well, with that said and done, and 2 yeses, 2 no's and a yes, that is the end of the show.
Yeah, this isn't life this week. That isn't life. Someone said.
No, I enjoyed that one, Will, a lot.
Cheers.
Yeah, nice one, mate. And we'll see you guys soon.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.